Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I got the OG background up, switched up my desk, so now I have a different view. I don't really think I like it, but it is what it is. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm getting a call. Shout out to boy Sean. Hey Sean, I'm currently live on the internet. They could probably
Hey,
hear
is
you.
this Ponzi Trader?
This is Ponzi Trader. Are you tuning into my live stream?
I'm just calling to ask if you have any advice for a guy like me.
Wow, we got caller number 9 asking for advice live at 9:45 a.m. Kind of
The
advice are you
question
looking for
is,
today, brother?
what's it to you?
What's it to you? That's right. That's right. I'm sipping whiskey in the morning, 9:45. We sipping on whiskey.
I'm on boys sipping on gin and juice.
Sipping on gin and juice at 9:45 in the AM.
That's how
Markets
we do. What it
markets
is.
going up. You should tune into the stream and spam the chat, but I got people to tend to, so I'll talk to you later, my sweet bean.
Do they know you're scamming them?
Yeah, they do. It's whatever.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Oops.
Oops. All right, let's get to it. BTC is running off the lows yesterday. I did take a little bit of a long. A little bit. By the way, yes, 10-second chart is hilarious. Shout out snowing in Dallas. Damn, Foxy, it must be cold. Must be cold. Vikram, you were the winner of the giveaway. Congratulations. Thanks for tuning back in. I hope you win the next giveaway too. I hope all my dogs win giveaways. Foxy got a fucking one time I was playing COD with Foxy and I told him that if we won the Warzone game, I'd give him a Compi Panda that's 2 ETH now. Gave the man 2 ETH. I gave away another panda not too long ago. Isn't that fun? We love giving away stuff. And I ain't even rookie, but whatever. So BTC is running off the lows. That's pretty freaking raw. um, I'll show you the setup I had. Last night, some lows got taken. Not the lows I wanted, but essentially, I got fucking hammered on a bunch of different longs, and I was pretty pissed. But it is what it is. I think I'm long from like I'm currently long from 22,740. Oh wow, yeah, that on the dot. I'm long. Damn, that boy Verkum long LRC. Interesting, interesting. My stops are in profit, so this is what it looks like. My target is 23,284, even though I already shaved some of it off. So it looks like something like this. We're almost at my target. What I could expect to occur in the next, you know, let's say this is an interesting area. I could see something like this happening where we do this and then we come back, take the lows again, and then break down further. And we go back to here. Why? Still think this is an inefficient drive. I'm like a broken record at this point. I've said it so many times, but I think it's true. Um, Maybe we even take these highs for like a triple tap. Triple tap setup is pretty common in these types of like micro ranges. So maybe we, take 24,000 again and everybody gets super excited. Everybody max longs and it gets caught here and it just, breaks back down. But nonetheless, I'm not interested in this move up here. What I'm interested in, is this move to this area. I would really love to see this area. That'd be so cool. And I think the daily lines up there on the heuristic, which is pretty much the MA guppy. Let's see. Yeah, it does, right? So maybe if we get a breakdown like this, how many points would this be? If we get like a 10% breakdown, it's gonna wipe out most of all the alt gains. High beta plays going crazy. We'll probably see 20% drawdowns in some of these scams. But we'll get a pretty sick entry if this happens. This would be pretty cool. For now, I'm not max long BTC. I am small long with TP very close. Other tokens that I am long and why. Yesterday, I got chopped to shit trying to trade this scam after the Elon announcement. I was at lunch, saw the announcement, longed like here, pumped, got back to my entry, closed, broke even. It was what it was. This original play here is cool and all, but it's starting to make me upset that I closed it that day we got that drawdown. I know you guys probably saw that in the Telegram. Um, It's pretty strong still, which is, great to see. This structure is great in my opinion. Every time the lows get swept, they get bid up. Um, Maybe there's a bearish divergence somewhere. I'm not really caring for it. Andrew Kang, the absolute degenerate legend. I'm going to pull up his tweet because he tweeted something yesterday that was so very, very, very good to see. And it pretty much just brought us back to like when BTC was at 5,000, broke up here. I'll actually just put it up right here. Let's take a look at this. Andrew Kang, the legend. Okay, this is I. Okay, I have traders I look up to everywhere, and if anybody's a trader and they don't have like someone they look up to as a trader, I don't care what level of success you're at, then you're probably complacent or stagnant. But this fucking legend pointed out a structure that is very, very similar to the breakdown we had to 3K and the pop up from 5K. And what you can see is that there were bearish divergences on the time frames, right? So this is today. There's that bearish div everybody's talking about. And the bearish div can scare the shit out of everyone because it shows us that momentum is slowing down. When momentum slows down, the trend reverses, you get exhaustion, and you end up getting distribution. But if you look at what happened in 2019, you had the same setup, right? You saw this crazy drive, this expansion from the lows, which were pretty capitulative lows at the time, and they are just now recently too. And then you got this bearish divergence, and then after the bearish divergence, we got this little breakdown. From the breakdown, it kind of reset the div, and we just continued grinding up. And I don't know if you were around in 2019, but if you were, this was an insane, move up to 12K. And then I don't know what happened. I think we got like the Chinese candle that caused this to come down a bit further. But moral of the story is that we are here, right? And that was the reset. That was the div reset, right? Um, but I'm playing it safe. So I'm not willing to risk everything I have and bet that this was the low and that this is just going to continue going up, right? What I'll probably try to do is catch like a breakout of this. I don't think, honestly, fuck, man, these breakout trades have been chopping people up. As you can see, they've SFP'd twice now. I got caught on one of them. It was quite unfortunate. So, Andrew Kang, the legend, levered long to the tits. He's he's got some good points in that structure, but is it worth risking everything to bet on it? Depends. How young are you, and can you do it all over again? I could maybe once or twice more, but I'm getting old. I'm an old man. Hi, Lorenzo. More whiskey, says Lewis. More whiskey, says Lewis. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. Looks like diagonal consolidation before the God candle. Yes, that is Doge. That's what Doge looks like. Crypto Horn Hairs chart, by the way, he's worth the follow. I do follow Crypto Horn Hairs, an OG as well. Some guys, I don't know, I've kind of given up on Twitter. My feed is not curating what I used to like to see. It's not feeding me the things that I want to see. It's like the algo just made everything awful. So, anyways, other tokens that I'm long. So the plan for this, um, hopefully we get a sweep of the highs, break down, and then we get this. I think this is a sick setup, but it might be too easy for everybody to catch along if this really is a bullish environment again. But obviously, we have Thursday, FOMC. We got quite the week of federal meetings, pivots, announcements. Maybe Powell ruins everything for everyone. We'll have to sit around and see. I'm the type to believe that everything's already priced in. So we'll find out. I don't think we can get hit with any news that is crazy. Um, let's talk about a fucking token that I'm pretty sad about. This thing does not, it doesn't look that bad, right? This isn't the original plan I had. If you guys remember, maybe I can pull it up on my exchange. Um, yeah, I can. It doesn't look that bad now, right? But so the original plan was this very similar structure to a Livermore accumulation cylinder type pattern. I hate the fucking the magnet is not great always. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it was something like this, right? It was delete this. you had, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we had a breakdown of the original trend line that I would have considered the Livermore accumulation pattern, but that's okay because what happens in markets sometimes is you get deviations into either direction, either the top of the range, the bottom of the range, the bottom of the breakout of the diagonal, the top of the breakout of the diagonal. And when you get these deviations, it stops everybody out, right? So let's say this is a deviation, we just continue. It stops everybody out, and this ruins everybody's plan. It would fucking scare me for mine because I'm sitting here thinking, all right, the trend line broke. Um, is it all over? But that's why you can't really just use trend lines to trades. You have to have consideration for all other factors, right? You could just adjust this and be like, oh, I have three taps here somewhere about, right? Or the body or the candle wick or whatever it is. Technical analysis works until it doesn't, and when it doesn't, it starts to work again. It's just the way it goes. You have to have consideration for all the variables and factors. You could have MAs up. If I pull the heuristic up, I haven't even pulled the heuristic up, and I can tell you what happened. It probably diverged below the heuristic, the main body of it, and it's probably retesting it from below. Ready? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to see. This one. Look at that. Broke down, retesting from below. But that's not all in all consideration. You can't just say, okay, the system's ruined. No, because look, bingo, broke down, retested from below. So what you can say is, boop, 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 and we're back above, and it'll just print a little green triangle, and the trend is considered again. The issue with these types of tokens is they're very easily deviated, manipulated, whatever you want to call it. JDC is going to yellow it all on a levered long. Sounds about right. Lorenzo is putting it all onto Sheeb, his whole bank account. I like Sheeb. I love gambling, so I mean, dude, say less. It's just the way it goes. The king of gambling. Fuck, man. All right, so here's that. We talked about this a bunch already. You saw this elevator, this escalator up. You saw this breakdown. You see what I would consider distribution. You'd want to continue to the downside. I don't know. I don't really like it. It's so hard to do this kind of shit. You kind of have like the conviction of a god. Doge will carry it up to oblivion, though. SPX legit not looking good since market opened with bearish divs. It's probably true. I haven't even looked at it. Um, like to just try to spy, but whatever. Still have the same narrative in play. Grinding at resistance, you know. Echo Bubble 2013, 2023. Wow, fucking 10 years behind. Sheesh. You get the play, right? On the lower time frames probably looks like shit. Narrative is narrative. I'm still in it, I'm still in it to win it. All in on Phantom. I can agree with this. The whole gang likes Phantom. All my boys are gambling on Phantom. Ooh, AVAX looks kind of good. Fuck, man. This thing is coiled. If I had some Bollinger Bands up, this thing would be tight. It's going to move. Which direction? Who knows? Probably blows everybody out in every direction. This, I guess. Looks better on lower time frames. Not even, dude. Oh, I hate when it gets all. Sure. Whatever. You get the idea. All right. So this thing looks fucking poised to move. You get tighter and tighter. You have just tighter and tighter. Something is going to happen. Normally, when you get tight consolidation like this in a trend, statistically, it's better to bet that the trend will continue. However, we have to continue. Like here's an example. Could see something like this. If you guys don't use this, I love using this thing. It's called the bars pattern. You can just like take it and do that. So we could say it might do something like this, right? Scare the shit out of everyone. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. You get a breakdown on the lower side, stops everybody out. Everybody has tight stops. Um, invalidates everybody's thesis, and then boom, expansion on the upside. Buy Phantom until Andre retires again is probably a pretty good thesis, to be completely honest. Why USD and not USDT charts? Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Could be this too, right? Get a similar structure. But that's what I'm saying here. Same thing, right? Like if we even said that this was, this was the play, bingo. Like if I was trading this here, I think I was actually. I think I had bids on here, and I saw this. I'm like, oh, it's over. Party's over. We're going lower. Boop boop. Stops everybody out. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have the cojones to sustain a drawdown like this, but at the same time, be able to cut it at a certain point to limit your drawdown, limit your personal drawdown, or just balls to the wall and risk it. It's probably something I'm going to do. So we talked about Doge, we talked about Filecoin, we talked about Phantom. I'm short sushi. I'm short sushi. Yes, I'm short sushi. Why? Um, in anticipation of what could be a break in market structure. And if it is, then it's like the only thing that would hedge my longs right now. Let's say this is the break in market structure, right? Kind of like what's happening with Filecoin. If you have a break in a trend, what we can assume, this is like a hedge to all of my longs. What we could assume is something like this, right? And then boom, boom. That would suck. If this happens, it's not just happening on sushi, it's going to happen across the board on most alts. The sushi is not like a one-off, it's not like a one-off situation where it's going to go down and everything else goes up. Um, the thing is, this is like a hedge to everything else that I'm long. If everything turns over, my Filecoin long is going to hit me. My Phantom long is going to hit me. My Doge longs are stops and profit. I long Doge again yesterday. My stops are in profit. So this is just maybe if we do get a confirmation, I will slam this thing with no remorse so that I am pretty short this thing and everything collapses. I get some milk out of the move. Lido coin seems heavy. I'm not even gonna lie, I sold all of my Lido a few days ago. Let's clean this up. Similar situation. But look, dude, look, you can zoom in here and you can say, this just happened, did it not? It literally looks like picture-esque. If I grab this little box and I just do this is like exactly the same structure. Not exactly, but history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. It rhymes. Very similar. So if this is a very similar structure, what we can say is that, this is what happens next. Or that's what, you could just try and claim that. Look at that. Pretty fitting. It's like a puzzle piece. It fits in so clean. I would gamble on that if I was gambling on this, but I'm not gambling on this because I have gambles everywhere else. So I'm actually just going to paste this in the Telegram because I want people to reference this. We discussed it. It looks okay. Let's keep going down the list. What else you guys, if you guys want to see anything specifically, just spam the chat with it and I'll pull it up on stream. I'm going to start. Anyway, let's round trip again. Yes, mummy, let's round trip again. That's what I'm talking about. All right. What else do you guys want to see? Matic, FX Frax, ETH. I'll start with ETH because it's kind of sad that we skipped the granddaddy. It's not great to skip the granddaddy. I'll just click here. Okay, this was a shame. I was pretty upset about this, but I should have expected it at the same time. The short was in profit. I flexed. I knew it was an issue when I flexed the short. I said, look how accurate in it. Look how accurate. As soon as I fucking tweeted that shit, it went against me. It's whatever. I got stopped out. These things happen. But for reference, next time I post a screenshot, I need you guys to spam me and say, bad, bad boy. Take your profits. So, Gambler's Theory. I'm actually going to look into ZK coins. Thank you for reminding me. Smart man. I do want to look into Sol 2 Mummy. But let's clean up this whole chart because we need to start fresh. Whenever I get invalidated like that, I'm like, all right, what What happened? What did I do wrong? So let's look into it. I want to say it's distributing, but I don't know, man. I don't really like. There's sometimes I just look at something and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't really know what's going on here. If I zoom out on the bigger picture, I like the scam. I think we can go up to like 2,500. Just sucks because if ETH does anything specifically and it's against anything I have for any of my alts, then I'm gonna get hit. But it's very possible. I don't know. This shit hurts to look at. It's just annoying chop. Not what you want after a move like this. Um, but like there's a perfect example, this consolidation up breaks down, stops everybody out, takes highs. Everybody re-enters longs, stops everyone out again. Everyone re-enters longs. You just keep this happens and it's like the graveyard pattern. It's like a tombstone. Buries everybody in the process. Especially breakout traders. This is like a breakout trader's biggest nightmare. Sucks, but market makers hate him. He doesn't use stops, so maybe if you're not using stops, you're doing well. Fuck, man, up or down, coin flip. I don't know. Really, I could see something like that, right? A nice, good old RIP pattern. That would invalidate everything I'm going for. We just call it the tombstone. Rip. Sucks, but you've seen it before, right? You've seen it before. So fuck it. If it happens, just get ready to bid and don't get liquidated on that move. Don't lose your chips. You need your chips to play. Um, could also just be the actual time it doesn't happen. I don't know. I just don't have a narrative here. I'm not going to touch it. Not going to touch it. Sucks because I'm exposed, you know, delta wise with every other long that I'm in or short or vice versa. But I don't have anything here for myself. So maybe this happens. you know, if this happens, I don't think it would go this deep. Realistically, I think that it would go to like like this area. I would love to long this area. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty dope. All right, well, I gotta scroll up. You guys went crazy over here. Let's talk about Solana. I haven't looked at Solana in a few days. Whoa. I just change up my posture. Posture reminder, if you're sitting with bad posture right now, you're doing yourself a injustice. Fix yourself as I just fixed myself. All right. Massive resistance nonetheless. This is the original breakdown point. Could you say we're kind of like grinding up into it? Yeah, sure. But it could do something like we saw in all those other tokens where it stops everybody out and then grinds up, right? That'd be painful for anybody that's long, and it would kind of fill in this drive here, almost retouching this base. So I know you guys don't like to hear that. Oh, it could go up or down. Nobody likes to hear that. The heuristic indicator is a tools of trade indicator. I'm pretty sure Zoran and ISO and like in Silico guys are responsible for it. I'll reach out. I don't know. I've been using it for years. So I'll reach out and ask if we can do like a little gig and give it to all the Ponzi Trade Telegram members. So if you're in the Telegram, I'll try to get it to you guys for free. I think they used to charge for it. They might still charge for it. I'll ask. I don't remember. Anyways, let's continue. Whoa, my chair just broke down on me. Shit. Something like this would be pretty not surprising, but at the same time, everybody would start, at this breakdown, everybody would call for new lows. What I can guarantee is we'll get volatility tomorrow. So if you're, I could live scalp tomorrow. Risk it for the biscuit. high leverage scalping, degenerate scalping. We could do some of that tomorrow. I haven't done that in a few days. For now, I mean, if you're long this thing, I would play like a very similar play to BTC until we get a breakout. If you want to just like, bet that it's going to come up here, so like you could long this thing into this region right here, 26. Or you could long it into this region, stop and profit, and bet that it's going to continue higher. There's a few ways to play it. If you stop and profit, there's a chance you get stopped. You could tell through all of this price action that almost every time, like say, for example, you long this region, you got stopped out if you left your stop and profit. Say you relong this region, you got all the way up here, you're considering a breakout, you got stopped and profit. So in this type of situation, it's almost more profitable to just take profit at the mid or upper range because it will revisit your entry. And if it doesn't, then you play the breakout, right? But I don't know. I could say that if I was betting on this, I would say it's going to do something like this. That'd be nice. Pretty much the bet is that these lows are holding. If not, they're going to deviate below. And if there's divergences on any time frame, and this just looks heavy, then what you can just also bet is that it's going to break down, do something like this. It's scary to me that we're getting this structure on a lot of setups going into tomorrow because a high volatility day. Wait, is tomorrow? What's today? Is today Wednesday? Oh no, wait, we have another day. I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. Right? Someone correct me. I'm so bad with schedules. But there's a chance the volatility that comes on a Thursday will bring in some darts, stop a lot of people out. This is why high leverage is very dangerous, because you get these inefficient drives followed by FOMC or CPI or whatever it comes, and then the volatility fills that region and then continues on about and ruins everyone's fun. So you either sit in the drawdown and bet that it's going higher, or you don't, and you get stopped out, and then you re-enter when you get the chance. All right, let's see what else. All right, Matic. I can finally delete all this stuff. Remove drawings. All right. So I haven't even looked at this, but I can say that it retested the 4-hour heuristic from, yeah. So you kind of want to bet that it's going to do something like this. Let's zoom out. What is this? I love zooming in on old shit I had. Yeah, look at that. I think we talked about this last stream, actually. We did talk about this last stream. So it is tomorrow. Okay, so it is Wednesday. No, I didn't discuss DYDX yet. I will look at LRC too. So we had this structure from last stream. I thought maybe it would SFP, double tap, breakout, and then this is still a pretty bullish structure in my opinion. Let's just clear this all out and start fresh. I'm gonna start looking at the BTC pairs because we haven't done that. But at the same time, you can argue that this is just a bear. I hate the magnet sometimes. Oh, it's just a bearish retest, and that we're going lower. All of these just really depend on what your macro thesis is, and then you have to tie them in, to your beliefs on your micro structures for some of the shit you're betting on. 3-day doesn't look all great. Weekly looks fine to test these highs, right? I would bet to say that Matic tests like the $1.30 region high. So if you wanted to trade it, I think a solid setup. Whoops, gosh. I think a solid setup would be something like this, where you long now, you stop somewhere like this. I think that's pretty good. R2. You could even bring it lower, but I would wait till after confirmation of FOMC to fit the narrative and do something like this. Um, I'm not personally taking it, but I'll post it in Telegram so you guys can reference it at some point. I'm pretty much betting it takes equal highs. Sorry, I'm burping like a maniac. And I got a dog with me. I got a dog. Whoa, Max, you got your footing, brother. You got it, bro. What are you tripping? He doesn't like it up here right now. What? Okay. You know, that's macro this, macro that. Why don't you get some macros in, little kid? Shit. I need my macros today. I need to hit the gym today. I am such a doomer, bro. I am such a doomer. Everything's going to zero. Life's short. Hedge it with longs, you know? Let's keep going. Fuck, man, you guys talk a lot, so I keep losing where I'm at. All right, I have to look at the ZK tokens. I know that Mina was fucking copping a bid the other day. There it is. Volatile in it. That's pretty good for scalping. Could you say it just broke out of this downtrend and that it's going to retest? Yes, you can. I'd say it's going to retest this region here. So probably does something like this. Maybe not a drawdown that low. Unless FOMC does so, you know? So yeah, it's fair to say that if you're in spot holdings, you could sit comfortably in them until about 146. Till about this region right here. I would bet that it goes to this region. And just because I will leave this in the Telegram so that I can flex it later. Mina probably goes to that region. See dusk. Whoa. Handicap today. Dusk has a bid. What's up with the ZK tokens catching a bid, huh? Huh. Doesn't look too shabby. The parabolic move. Fuck, man. This thing could go pretty damn high. Look at that chart. We love the scams. Wow. It's hard to trade this kind of stuff. It's good just to hold like a moon bag and hope that Phemex. You kind of had this structure, might distribute. Could say the highs get taken. It's not a place to enter a trade, I think. But this thing, IMX was one of those VC milk tokens that will probably run the highs at some point, but it's hard to trade them. You kind of just have to take momentum on them and hope that they dolly on any pullback or hold a spot bag. But it's really hard to be levered on this kind of shit. I would not be levered on any of these tokens except for Matic. I think Matic looks pretty good, not gonna lie. I think that this, you know, you kind of had, I'll leave this here. You know, you had the breakout retest. I would say that's the breakout retest, and that we continue higher. So if you're long Matic, you're good choice. GMX narrative, probably like $58 if I had to guess. Good guess. I think GMX looks pretty good. It's probably going to go to all-time highs. It's definitely going to go to all-time highs. I would hold a spot bag, probably stake it on GMX's website. It looks pretty good. I don't have a spot bag, but I did at some point. Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan of GMX here. If you have GMX, I'd hold it. This is just like a good bet for the year as a DEX play. If you want to bet on DEXs, you bet on GMX, in my opinion. Mummy drops some alpha. Okay, I dropped free alpha now. FUSD 20% ARB on Phantom as soon as Andre release swapper 101 with die. Currently sitting at 8 cents. Can I check HNT? I sure can check HNT. If you're long GMX, it's a good bet. Oof. Not a big fan of this. Maybe it's retesting some. Yep. You want to bet that the trend is your friend in this type of situation. You're betting that this either holds and continues up, and that this line kind of follows. So it's a safe place to bid. It's also an area of some traded volume. Not really. Oops. It's not the worst place. It's not the best. Because you at the same time on a lower time frame, you can argue that the high is in and you're just getting, lower highs. And this right here specifically is not a bad place to short it. Right? You could say that we're getting a breakdown and this was like the retest and it's going to go lower. And this is like the end of this market little mini cycle. Not going to short it. Not interested in shorting it nor longing it. If you have a bag, you better hope this is the low right now. You better hope this type of bidding holds and that the buyers don't let it go much lower than that. It's kind of like a last stand area. You can kind of claim this breaker as support. Not a fan. You're building a short to zero. I didn't even see that. So yeah, you could say it's not a bad place to short it. I like it. I like it as a short. I don't know, something like that. Not the greatest R. But I guess you could put that a little bit lower. By the way, if you guys don't know what this tool is, it's just your short and your stop. Bingo, bingo, bingo. HNT super overvalued. There's days that I got more volume than their network. Yeah, this thing is a fucking scam. This is helium, right? The little fucking Wi-Fi routers. My buddy has one. Not a bad short, my brother. If you missed the Matic bet, I put it in my Telegram. I think Matic's going to equal highs, $1.29, $1.30. I think that's a pretty good bet. You can do that. So let's leave it off. All right. Let's check out the scalper scanner real quick. Great thing. Great tool. 5-minute tick. C98? Not so maybe there was unlocks recently. Ooh. What the hell? Oh boy, what the hell? Look at this fucking structure, man. Scalper's paradise. Holy shit. This is on the 5-minute. You're getting some insane movement on the 5-minute. Wow. Man, I might just fucking drink a coffee and sit here all day and scalp this thing. 10% moves to both sides, full round trips. What the fuck is going on? And there's the liquidity for it, isn't there? Funding is pretty neutral. What the fuck happened here? Top 4 in 5-minute volume. Oh, DYDX. We forgot to go over DYDX. Talk of the town right now, huh? Pushing to the highs. Break out of the range. Break out of this fucking huge range. Wow, look at that. Love to see it. If this thing pushes out of this range finally, let's say this is the range high, then, you know, it's safe to target fucking $4 or $5, a nice 2x. If this breaks out of the range safely, you can play this next cap for a 50% move. I would bet that. Shit. I like that. OP is a solid scalp. Yeah, I mean, look, the bet is that this continues, and it is. It's not a place to enter along here, right? Every time it took the highs, for example, this is why you can't enter at the highs in these types of markets. Breaks down, new highs, you enter here, chops, takes the lows. You wait, takes new highs, you enter at the new highs for a breakout, and it sweeps the lows. So, say it happens again, right? Say it takes new highs. You can see that happening again, right? And then continuation again and again and again, and it will just keep probably doing this to the same traders every time. So if you want to bet on DYDX, your move is to wait for it to do that little move again, draw down maybe like 6% when everybody's like, all right, market move is over for DYDX. Enter on like the base of that initial drive. So you could say this is the initial drive, right? You can fill some bids here, and then, I hope that it goes higher from there. Eat dips, yeah, pretty much. Simple structure. Eat dips while continuation, basically, yes. But then you could see what, it could do that to break down below and then higher. It's just, things to keep in mind when you're trading this type of structure. But, it's really hard to play the breakout. And it might even happen that, like, sometimes the market will shape you to believe that this structure will continue, and it will finally mold you to think that this structure continues. And then this fifth or sixth time where it's inevitable that you think it'll continue again, it does the complete opposite. It's molded you to believe that this is the new structure. Break out, go lower, go up, break out, go lower, right? You're like trained for, you're like, I know this structure. I've seen it for the last week. That is when it'll fucking finally break out. And like, it's just so frustrating because you're like, I've seen this structure for the last week. It's done the same thing for the last week. The price action hasn't changed. And then finally, when you finally adjust it to the price structure that you've been watching for the last week, it does the opposite. Asaka talks about that. So just got to be able to adapt. Just got to be able to adapt in this market. It sucks, but it's the story. I think Phantom's fucking moving. Took off like half my size, but I think I'm gonna bet more. Bet more. I think I need to bet more. Everybody thinks wealth is linear. It's not. Like there's days where you make great amount of money and you're like, all right, it's up only from here in your net worth equity curve. It's not. Net worth wealth is not linear. So there's some trades that make you fucking multiples, and then there's weeks where you don't make $1. And you just death by 1,000 cuts. Let's look at APT. Let's look at APT. You're fucking think it's trading like a little scam, isn't it? I think it is. Well. I think I had a short. There you go. Highs were taken, stops you out. Well, that's pretty lame. Everybody shorts this move. Chops. Everybody expects breakdown. Scams up one more time. Takes everybody. The market maker is not your friend. Traditionally, takes everybody stops on the equal highs. Continues lower. Man, 3 drives. 1, 2, maybe one more. Or was that the third? That was the third. 3. I'd bet to the downside. Do BTC analysis. Daniel Murphy, where have you been? That's what I did. I did that in the beginning. You want to hop in here? I think I'm actually long CRV on the challenge account. Let me take a look. Copy trade. I think some of you. It's funny. The copy trade account is not doing too poorly in all the chop. All things considered. Up. Whoa! I longed. I had a bid on. Oh. Yep. This is the copy trade account. I had a bid. I guess 14 of you guys are following it. Look at that equity curve. It's not bad. It's a $5,000 account. Now it's like 8,000 change with unrealized P&L. Oh no, wait, where's unrealized positions? We have about $800 in unrealized P&L. So it's like a $7,500 account. Not bad. I guess I longed BTC last night at 22,433. What are we at? 22,433. Did I fucking snipe the lows last night? How did I get filled on that? 22,433. What? Holy shit, I sniped the lows on that wick. How is that possible? I got filled on 22,433 entry price. Wait, I can't even read this. What? If you're copy trading my challenge account, we sniped the lows. I should actually probably TP that shit. That's raw. Hold on, let me log into that really quick and like confirm that's what happened. I guess I placed a bid yesterday or the day before. Ooh, that looks good. That's gonna go higher. 10-second chart. Don't knock it till you try it. The 10-second chart goes kind of hard. It's great for scalping. Even the fucking 1-second chart, if you really want to watch PA. Give me a second. I'm logging into my copy trade account. I'm actually gonna do this because I don't want you guys to see my login. So give me 30 seconds. Let's go. All right, 30 seconds came and went. I'm now just copying my authenticator code. I think we fucking sniped the lows. 14 of you guys are copy trading my copy trade account. I really hope that you guys trust the process on that account. And whenever I fill shit, I sit in it for like a week or two, So you need to be patient with that account because I'm way more conservative. I don't over leverage it. And it works out, as you can tell. Like it's been 2 months, it's up like 50% and change. BTC is probably up 40% and change. So I did outperform the market by a very small margin. All right, I'm in. Here, wait, let me make sure this is it. I have so many fucking Phemex accounts. All right, I think I'm in. Look at that. Okay. We sniped lows. Holy shit, I cannot believe I got filled on that. Are you fucking kidding me? That is so raw. Holy shit. I cannot believe that. That is insane. That is a fucking snipe. To anybody who's copy trading the challenge account, congratulations. I hope you got filled because it did not wick that low much anywhere else. I have to flex that. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. That's pretty sick. Not even gonna lie. Keep them Kunji. Thank you, Angry Jack Russell. If you're not in my Telegram, it's free. Hit the link tree in the description of this or on Twitter. My link tree has all of my links to everything. Snipe that shit. Unfortunately, it's a really small position, but relatively speaking, it's a $5,000 account. So I'm still long CVX, a quarter of the size now. Let's see who is copy trading, and congratulations to you if you are. Since I'm in this position, I'm going to TP it. My original plan was to take profit at like this region right here. I think it was 23,280. Yeah, I think it was 23,288. Or we can do this, okay? Since I'm not long BTC on my main account, well, I am, but for a scalp. What I'm gonna do instead is make a continuation play. And if you're copy trading this account, what up, chicken hunters? I'm gonna hold this position. So if you're copy trading this account, it's your chance to take profit on this position we entered together. But I personally, I'm going to bet on continuation for this account. So, oh, the dollar's dumping. That's what we'd like to hear. So what I'll do is, I'll set a stop at 22,789, right? So let's just do that. 22,789. And for a $5,000 account, $100 is not profit. It's not a bad gig. It's risk. It's a risk-free trade. I'm betting that since I'm not already long for a larger time frame move on a different account, I'm going to bet on this specific account that those are the lows, and that I'm following Andrew King and betting that that was the drawdown, the bearish divergence gets reset, and we continue to new highs, right? Damn, I can't believe that fucking bet filled. Insane stuff there. For CVX, so what I'll do here is I'll also put a stop in profit, 517. So now look, these are risk-free trades. If you're in this account, it's risk-free. Go to the copy trade. 65 followers on this account. I guess I could share commentary. Fuck it, we ball. Those are my thoughts right now. Fuck it, we ball. Okay. Copy trade details. Yeah, these are all the people copy trading me. You guys, max investment 3,000. All right, brother. I don't understand. You started copying the 30th at 12:48. Maybe you didn't get that fill when I did. It's whatever. We will have more snipes. Damn, what a maniac. That's what I like to see. I don't understand why your realized P&L is not where mine is if we are all taking the same trades. So I don't know. Figure it out. Not a bad equity curve since we started this account. Cumulative copy P&L, I guess you guys are making money. Total positions, it's really good to see this kind of analysis, right? My average hold time, etc. So there you have it. All right, that's the plan. If you're following the copy trade account, this specific account, we're betting on continuation to the highs. We're with Andrew King and stating that that was the low swept and that maybe we go higher. On my personal main accounts, I'm not risking large sums of money for that thesis or narrative. So we'll simply scalp, right? My TP is probably going to get hit soon. So let's just minimize that. I think that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Someone said Dixie is dumping. Wow. That's what we like to see. Tomorrow will be a big day for all of us. I'll probably stream. Look, I'm gonna stream some scalping tomorrow. Probably just play some music, have the stream running for hours. Not really expecting to have anybody just watch me scalp, but I'll just do it so that I can record the whole thing anyways. No, whoops. No, there's no Dixie USDT. That should have been like a pivotal low for the dollar index. You could say, that we're supposed to bounce from here. It's really weird doing technical analysis on the dollar index, but it works in a way. I don't know. I don't really like to do it, but I guess I don't know. If I was looking at this on a lower time frame, I would say this rounding out tells us that maybe there's a pivot coming about, right? That we're seeing something like this, you know, and that the dollar, if the dollar does rally, like we're guessing, then this would lead as confluence to all of those drives lower that I was just pointing out in all those charts that we were looking at. So that's that. Let's look at that really quick for the boys. Interesting. Here's a pretty good example of that, right? You get this fucking, you can say you have a trend line, deviates below the trend line, back above, over, under, over, under, over, under. Market suggests you to believe that it's going to go back over, continue, over, under, over, under, over, under. I don't know. Right? Look at that. Over, under the mean. I don't know. Man, these charts are so painful. I don't know. I don't really like have a narrative for this. I guess you could just bet on continuation if you were to bet. Comes down to the macro and to the majors. Yeah, Unreal, they are partnered with the UFC. Very strange. Speaking of which, if you have any UFC locks, shout out, lose them, send them my way. Put a bet on the UFC. Super Bowl. I guess we're betting on the Super Bowl. Shout out Keyboard Monkey. That man made fucking 300K on the Eagles. BNB looks good. And before I go, I'm just going to do my classic run through all the charts. Whoa! Oh, I had bet charted, I guess. That's a nice retest. You could say that's some sort of retest, maybe. I don't know. That kind of looks aggressive. I think that's going to fucking pop before anybody can do anything. I think that pops pretty aggressively. ADA looks the same. Wow, look at that structure. Breaks down, gets bid, breaks down, gets bid, breaks down, gets bid. Oh, fuck. I didn't take a look at LTC. Thank you, Foxy. AVAX looks good in my opinion. It looks very similar to Matic. It's a good long there. LTC. Yeah, LTC does look good. Damn, look at this. Look at this. Oh, I hate seeing this. Man, I was long so much LTC and I took profit on one of these drawdowns and I didn't stay true to the plan. But the plan is up. I guess if we can break out of this, it's going to give us some fireworks. It's resistance. This is also fair to say. It's resistance. Like you can't frame it any other way. What I'll do is check it out. When I get interested in shit like this, I just set alerts. And my phone beeps at me when time has come. And so I'll be able to pull up the chart again when I'm interested. Oh, Link. Someone wanted to see Link. Link has a very similar structure to ADA. Those dinosaur coins all have a very similar structure. Oh, LRC. I told Vikram I would look at LRC. Shit, I'm all over the place. There's a low time frame bid, that's for sure. But someone's twapping the shit out of this. T-WAP, baby. Here looks like shit. Kind of looks like Filecoin. Metaverse tokens, Rune. Rune looks not that bad, honestly. I'd maybe bet on this. Right, you got the same structure 3 times. You can bet that it's going to like at least 185. TRX looks hilarious. Fuck, this might go up. Shit. I'm gonna set alerts for this because there might be an interesting move. Waves looks like a retest of a breakout at some point, right? So you would say sometimes you have to consider wicks or not consider wicks. Then you could bet that it's going to do something like this and continue up from here. Not often do you get such a clean retest. This looks like shit, in my opinion. This looks like shit. XMR doesn't look bad. The original XRP play. What's the narrative behind Uni? I don't know it. So if you know it, spew it. But you're kind of just betting that these are the lows and they're getting bid. Not a bad look. Not the worst look, in my opinion. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's got some catching up to do with the rest of the market. It's a good bet. Zill looks like shit. YGG doesn't look too bad. All right, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'll scalp tomorrow live. We'll do some scalping. I'm gonna record some videos on some tips that I use and that I don't, but I should. Some psychology stuff. And I will catch you guys all later. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys.